Merry Christmas, everyone. Welcome back to the Red or Blue Pill channel, people. Thank you for returning. I've got my Christmas jumper on. It's finally time. It is Christmas Eve. I've pulled it out of the bag. Look at the guy. Look at that man. I know. It's a cool jumper. I don't know where I got it from, so I can't help you with that one, but I know you want one. What we do here is go through Cryptic TikToks to make you question reality. Don't forget to sub up, turn on notifications, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. With that being said, we're going to roll in. Shizzle, my nizzle, it's Jason Bourne.
This is absurd. I've edited a feature film, worked on several feature films, motion graphics, and I used to do television commercials and production. It would take me a month to get a 30-second script approved. It is impossible to do a feature film this fast. It's impossible. I'm telling you, this would have had to have started a year ago. This proves, in my opinion, that this entire thing is a propagandistic and complete manipulation. It's a construct. I don't believe any of this stuff. I think it's theater, and I think the point of the theater is so that the oligarchs who know we're ready to guillotine them are getting a list, right, of every single person and how they respond and the intensity that they're responding on social media. It's literally a data mined public evaluation of your capabilities of being a sympathetic or actual supporter or somebody who goes out and actually executes something like this. They're finding out where you're at. That's what I think this is. At the rise of fascism, the largest fascist movement on earth at this time, and you're telling me they're putting out the most handsome, romanticized version, the best execution. It was like, James Bond. I mean, this was so unbelievably structured theater. And the fact that when I saw this, I thought it was satire. I shit you not. I thought this was total satire. I just saw it on Netflix tonight. I'm utterly shocked. You can't make films this fast, folks. It doesn't happen. I'm telling you, it's insanity.
Oh yeah, we're in one big show. I don't know why. I've not worked out exactly why, but we are definitely in a show. It's so obvious that this world is not. It's not real, y'all. It's not real. Really isn't. I don't. It's just. Yeah, I just want answers. Like we keep waiting, don't we? Like now we got to wait until January for Trump to get in, and then like, is he gonna say anything, or is he just gonna then become like no comment and not tell us anything? It's just, it is painstakingly painful. Is that a thing?
All right, y'all. I want y'all honest opinion about this, man. So Denzel Washington just got ordained to be a minister, bro. And he got baptized today, you hear me? I want y'all honest opinions on how y'all feel about that. Like, knowing what everything that just came out and all that. How y'all feel about Denzel Washington becoming an ordained minister and getting baptized right now, like, in his career right now? How y'all feel about that, honestly? Honest opinions only.
Well, that's got to be part of the show as well, isn't it? I mean, it's just bonkers. What in the cryptic message was going on there? Tuscaloosa. My hearing ain't great, so I'm gonna have to rely on you guys to try and decipher that. But they're putting some weird stuff in the comment section about that. Quite a popular video. Yeah, let me know. Let me know your thoughts.
The information they're going to give me as they come forward, because they've gone to ground now, they're only communicating with me. I'm going to hand off to every celebrity and every media outlet and every influencer I know. And I need you guys to do the same thing. And it'll be open source. It'll be on a site that is blockchain protected, that's now stood up. And it's got to be seen by several billion people within a few days. So that means it's got to go wide. We're not talking about ufology and a handful of UFO nuts knowing about this. The reason for it is that this summer he came to my place in Washington. And he says, we don't want to risk our lives and our families' lives. And the main guy has 3 children. 2 of them are still fairly young. And he doesn't want to have his whole family killed for no good reason. In other words, where this gets released and it's a tree that fell in the woods, nobody heard. So I said, let me put together this asymmetric disclosure where, regardless of what the bureaucrats in Washington do, or London, or anywhere else, it's seen by a large number of people. It's like what I've always said, you squeeze the toothpaste so hard out of the tube, it cannot be put back in. But listen, everyone listening, if you're an influencer, if you've got a YouTube channel, Facebook, TikTok, X, we're going to have it on a site where you can download it and put it everywhere. So this has got to go viral, and it's got to go hard. Now, I don't have a date. All I'm told is between now and early January, but we're going to need your help. This cannot be scrubbed and erased by the corrupt mainstream media. It's got to go everywhere. The information they're going to...
Ooh, well, that sounds interesting. Like he's got some information that he's going to put out there. I'll keep an eye on that. As soon as it's downloaded, I'll get it on here. If I miss it, somebody let me know.
There is so much more going on with these drones than meets the eye, and it's not just a cover-up for an upcoming biblical event. It actually has to do with a bill that they are trying to pass, which will lay the foundation for the upcoming beast system. Now, again, I will try to censor myself with this video as much as possible. When I talk openly, nobody sees my account or my videos, and everybody needs to know what is going on with this one, what they are doing behind the scenes, and who's actually pulling the strings that is playing the good guy in public. Now, to start, BrainChip's brother over here owns one of the largest drone companies in the entire world. Coincidence? I think not. Sure, one of the biggest drone show companies is Intel, chip company, now Nova Sky Stories, and Nova is what Kimball Musk owns. Our sister company, Nova Sky Stories, has acquired the Intel fleet with more than 9,000 drones. Nova is becoming the drone show company with one of the largest fleets in the world. With their own modifications, an entire new, more sophisticated drone has been created. Kimball says he wants to bring art to the skies of every city and town in the world. Remember this headline for when we get into the bill. Kimball also sits on the boards of Tesla and SpaceX. Now, over the past few days, I started to notice a lot of conversation on this topic. I'm not going to read it out loud. And then I started to notice under a lot of these posts would be comments saying that it's misinformation. And that always grabs my attention. If you know, you know. Now, I did a little research, and on Homeland Security's website, I found the exact hearing that discusses these 2 bills. Now, before we get into the video, I want to briefly summarize what is going on. So this top one here that expires in about a week, that essentially gives our gov basic control of drones in our airspace. Now, because this one expires so soon, and because our government has, let's just say, very interesting plans in the very near future, they have to pass this one. Let's just say that this new bill is the older, smarter, stronger, and more evil brother of this bill. What they're essentially doing, y'all, is they're saying that the US is being threatened by unauthorized drone activity. And by passing this bill, the government is essentially going to protect us. And how are they going to protect us, you might ask? Well, they'll be using authorized drones for surveillance and the monitoring of communications, aka our internet and cell phones.
UASs have become a transformative force. They've been used in countless positive ways that include revolutionizing many industries like agriculture, logistics, film production, and others, while also improving capabilities for humanitarian relief and law enforcement. However, as with any powerful technology, UAS have also introduced significant security challenges. In recent years, the proliferation of UAS, both domestically and abroad, has raised serious concerns regarding the potential misuse and criminal activities, espionage, and more alarmingly, in threats to U.S. national security. The current authorities provided under the Act are set to expire on December 20th, 2024, just 1 week from now.
Last few years, the use of unmanned aerial systems, also known as drones, has become common across a wide range of applications. Drones have become increasingly affordable and useful within agriculture, law enforcement, search and rescue, photography, and other industries. However, as the airspace becomes more and more crowded with unmanned aircraft, we must ensure the government is prepared and empowered to protect the safety and security of U.S. critical infrastructure and the American public.
Allow them to, this is a direct quote, to destroy or disable aircraft in flight and intercept signals and communications. This is on American soil. It's a setup, Pastor Jimmy. The other one that was passed, just kind of like, hey, we got to control some of the stuff in the airspace. This one is on steroids. So here they took an act that is going to expire the 20th of this month that gave them very limited control on the skies and drones, and then they take it, and we're not just going to control the skies and drones, we're going to, quote, destroy, disable anything in the air, and intercept signals and communication. Folks, that could be your cell phone. That could be your internet ability. That's anything under the guise of, we've got to control the skies because of this, then that gives them the ability to do it.
This is their goal. This is their end game. This is what they want. Everything will be digital. Everything will be green and in the name of climate change. So they're going to push it in a way where everybody's going to go for it and think it's going to be better for the environment. You won't own a vehicle. You'll have to ride your bike or walk. Everything will be in a 15-minute vicinity, and you won't even own your house. So they'll be able to come in and use your space when you're at work working for them. Everything you consider a product has now become a service. We have access to transportation, accommodation, food, and all the things we need in our daily lives. Transportation dropped dramatically in price. It made no sense for us to own cars anymore because we could just call up a driverless vehicle. In our city, we don't pay rent because someone else is using our free space when we don't need it. My living room is used for business meetings when I am not there. Sadly, so many people would think that that's a good thing because, oh, free housing. Once in a while, I will choose to cook for myself. It is easy. The necessary kitchen equipment is delivered at my door within minutes. Why keep a pasta maker and a crepe cooker crammed in our cupboards when we can just order them when we need them?
Amazon was the first company that joined the aerial drone race. In 2013, it announced a new technology that would allow a drone to deliver packages up to 5 pounds in 30 minutes or less. Then the company took time to build, fly, and test its drones. The first successful drone delivery happened 3 years after that. An Amazon Prime Air drone made a 13-minute flight in Cambridgeshire to drop off its first package. It delivered a TV streaming stick and bag of popcorn directly to the garden of a nearby customer who was more than pleased with the drone's work.
Now, they've already started planning for these, but how do they actually implement a complete surveillance system that will eventually take away our privacy? It will monitor everything that we do. Well, they do what they always do. They create a problem to instill fear in the general public, so then they step in and offer the solution.
After 3 years of planning, city administration is presenting its vision to accommodate a population of 2 million people through 15-minute cities. 3 days of public hearings on the plan began at City Hall this morning. Shailen Skulski has more.
The 15 new district plans and corresponding bylaws will replace 54 existing planning documents dating back to the 1980s. Administration says the goal is to accommodate 600,000 new residents in redeveloped areas, with 50% of all new home units added through infill. The plan also calls for half of all future travel to be done by transit.
They will monitor everything and you will have zero privacy, but don't worry, it'll be convenient. Because when you go to the grocery store, there won't be a need for checkout lines anymore, because when you leave, they can just scan that little chip that you now have in your hand.
Wow. Okay. That makes sense. That makes scary sense. Very, very scary sense. We just need to hope Trump's not on that side.
We all remember Elon went to space and rescued some stuck fucking astronauts like just a couple of months ago. We all watched them get picked up, put on an ambulance, and taken to the hospital because they were all atrophied and couldn't walk or whatever. Timelines aren't just shifting, they're jumbling together and none of it makes sense. If you Google stuck astronauts, as of this week, those motherfuckers are stuck up there until March, putting on Santa hats and making videos and whatnot. It's totally in space, stuck, same ones right now. If you Google it differently, Elon rescues astronauts, the same two, Butch and Sunny, he rescued those in February. None of it the past 2 months. So which one is it? Did he get them off in February? Did we all see him get rescued a couple months ago? Or are they still sitting there floating around in whatever fucking container they're in and playing Christmas games? What the fuck is happening? None of it makes sense anymore.
No idea. All right, this one has got me big time. I have no idea. The world is bonkers. That I do know.
Okay, you guys, we need to talk about what just happened in Mayotte, France, because I don't see too many people covering this topic. What you're looking at over here is the formation of Cyclone Cheeto, and did you see how huge this thing just got? Now, we're going to show you what happened to France. Here is an area view of what the island of Mayotte currently looks like, you guys. Are you kidding me? This thing looks like it's been flattened by a street sweeper. This is literally on par with what just happened in North Carolina, you guys. Oh my goodness. Man, and like I said, not too many people are covering this topic.
Has deployed ships and military aircraft carrying rescue teams and emergency supplies to the Indian Ocean island of Mayotte after it was hit by the worst cyclone for 90 years. Authorities believe hundreds, possibly thousands of people may have died, while the central hospital was badly damaged and power supplies were knocked out.
The people said this thing happened so fast, there are barely any videos of this thing happening, you guys. That's how fast this thing formed out there. What is going on? Now, this is what Mayotte looked like before the cyclone hit it, y'all. Look at this. Look at the destination. Look at the beauty. What does it remind you of? What does it remind you of? It's just crazy what's happening with the world right now, you got. And then remember the French government collapsing due to a no confidence vote in the prime minister. And like I said, not too many people are covering this topic. Did you guys know all of this is going on? Please let me know down in the comments below. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. Let's continue to get this shift, y'all. Peace in.
Wow, that is bonkers. I did not know anything about that. The power of TikTok and Conscious Juice is how we have been fed that information. So thank you, Conscious Juice, for all the work you do.
Everything is about to change. Over the course of the next few years, there will be certain things that will occur. Ships may appear over your oceans just offshore. It will not move. They will remain there to give you time to get used to the idea that we are here, to get used to the idea that this is the beginning of a great change upon your planet, of a great change in your society. You will start to see more orbs of light, so you may see some of these orbs descend and again remain fixed in a particular position that is non-threatening, giving you time to observe them, to record them, to discuss them, to start to understand that they are there as now something that can become a relatively permanent fixture in your reality, to broaden your understanding of what reality is. Between the ships and the orbs, it may give you an opportunity to start really letting in the idea that everything is about to change.
That is interesting because that reminds me of an interview I watched. Someone from the government, it was someone within the government who was like a whistleblower. And he said that this is a disclosure up until like 2027 and that they had given us or to humans or whoever's in charge up until then to disclose us. Otherwise, they're just going to come tearing in. So, yeah, it's interesting how he says that. I think that's that guy, isn't it? That guy. I can't remember his name. But I ain't too sure on him, if I'm honest.
Ya, qué guapo, la colada más máquina. Está avanzando prácticamente a metro por segundo. Bueno, metro por segundo, a lo mejor no tanto, pero medio metro. Hostia, cuidado. Cuidado con el tendido, ¿vale?
Whoa. Spain, apparently. That is crazy. Imagine waking up to that. Wouldn't have to put your heating on, though, I suppose.
On Christmas Eve, the Pope will be live streaming the opening of St. Peter's tomb, but people are calling it Lucifer's tomb. This is St. Peter. This is the sacred tomb of St. Peter in the Basilica di San Pietro. We've all heard the news about the Pope opening the 5 sacred portals. Technically they're doors, but they're calling them portals. And the never-before performed ritual that Pope Francis is going to perform is opening the 5th door, because usually every 25 years for the Jubilee, they open up these 4 doors. They do this ritual that has been going on for centuries. But this year, they're doing something special. They're opening up the 5th door. Now, I'm not sure why people are saying that they're opening the tomb of Lucifer. But to my knowledge, there is no such thing as a tomb of Lucifer. He is an immortal. But the ritual that they will be doing is unsealing, opening the tomb of St. Peter. This is the actual Basilica di San Pietro at the Vatican City. Vatican City is a tiny state within Rome. Vatican was built on a necropolis, meaning it's a cemetery underneath it. So as you can see, there's this huge balcony and people will look into it. Down there is where the tombs are, or to better say, where the entrance of the grottos are. Let me show you the way and bring you all the way to the catacombe. This is the cupola of San Pietro, St. Peter. In fact, if you look at the mosaic inside of the little window, that is supposed to be him. This is a beautiful mosaico inside of the cupola with St. Peter's image. So once we bypass this, we're on our way to the corridors of the grotto, of the catacombe. This is underneath the altar at the Basilica of San Pietro. Look at all the ancient Roman artifacts here. This is untouched. This is amazing. And the public cannot go here, but you can walk by it on your way to the grotto. Just looking at this image, you can feel the history. The luxury and magnificence of this place. There are no words. You have no idea. I'm talking about 15th century royalty. The entire basilica is amazing. And here we have the actual stone tomb that will be opened, live streaming it on Christmas Eve. Celebration will begin at 7 p.m. Roman time. I believe Italy is 6 hours ahead. The event will be broadcasted on live stream on digital platforms of the Vatican News. New webcams are being installed at the Basilica of San Pietro for this event. The Vatican's YouTube channel, they will be live streaming this so that the faithful from home can pray as if they were there. The webcam will be placed beneath what is now the literal altar of the Basilica of San Pietro. And this will provide a view of inside the tomb. Just kind of eerie, if you ask me. And for those of you that don't know, St. Peter was one of the 12 apostles of Jesus and the first pope. He was also crucified as Jesus. Listen to this. Per his request, he wanted to be nailed to the cross upside down. There's this thing that they're saying, oh, it's probably because he didn't think he was worthy to pass away the same way Jesus did. Others believe that this is where the myth of St. Peter being Lucifer comes from. Again, just a myth. I'm not saying it's true absolutely. But a lot of people are calling this the opening of the tomb of Lucifer, which is impossible because Lucifer never passed away. He's an immortal. This is what's behind the myth of that and why people are saying it. Be sure to follow because I will be live streaming the live stream from Rome that day.
I don't know. I have no idea what's going on over there. It's all very confusing. I don't really understand enough to be able to have an opinion. All I know is that in some of the pictures I'm seeing upside down crosses. That ain't normal. There's so a lot of stuff that I'm seeing from the Catholic Church just doesn't seem right. But having said that, I'm reading, we're going over the book of Genesis, the Bible, and that ain't right. So nothing in this world is right. It's all just bonkers.
Mm-hmm.
Shizzle. It's Jason Bourne again.
Merry Christmas to YouTube and all you poor fuckers out there. And we're going to show, that's pan down. Move. That's what Christmas is supposed to look like, you poor fucks. And if it doesn't look like it, there's about 300 presents here.
I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. That's the skyline over there. I'm gonna see if I can film this. It keeps showing up outside. Look at that. Look at that. I'm gonna try to zoom in on this. Oh my gosh, do you see that? What the bro. I've seen it all over TikTok. Now I'm literally seeing them in person. This is right next to Nashville, Tennessee. Right in Nashville, Tennessee.
And that is the end of the show, people. I hope you have a very good Merry Christmas tomorrow. I'm going to do a video tomorrow, a Christmas special, just for you guys. So yeah, I will still be doing it every day, all over Christmas, because I know it's the best time to watch this sort of stuff. You know what I mean? When you're all around, TV's not that great. So yeah, I'll keep rocking. Don't you worry. And yeah, but I'll leave you to it. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you tomorrow. Merry Christmas.